Team Go Rocket leader and failed magician from the year 2140 who had all of his stage blouses repossessed, Arlo, can also fall to the magnificent Stunfisk. But like our previous video in this, which I call the Stunfisk series, it's only under specific circumstances. I think this video will even help the people without Stunfisk for one of the challenges I see people commenting about just over time about Arlo, and that's the fact that he can have a Blastoise in that middle spot, and per usual, some of you have no trouble at all, and some of you do, so let's just get that out of the way. We're just trying to help people here, but I think there is some entertainment value in seeing Stunfisk take most of the team here. Anyway, we showed a video earlier in the week about one Galarian Stunfisk beating Cliff's entire team. Now, it won't always beat Arlo's entire team, but especially when the Blastoise is here, but I can say a Galarian Stunfisk with Rock Slide will obviously be super effective when the two shields have been burned off of the Pineco. You've got a lot of other counter options for Shadow Pineco, and we've done videos on this, but if you're just doing this Stunfisk battle like me here, you just need to get rid of those shields first, and then the Rock Slide would kill it off, just like you probably saw on screen right here. So he sends in the Blastoise in the middle spot, and we do have, we're generating a little bit more energy than we need just to get in some of this bonus damage, but also we didn't have a switch yet. So those are kind of two things to keep in mind, is yes, we're getting a little bit of bonus damage done, but we do want to switch as soon as we get it, which is now. So let's go ahead and switch, and this is a Pokemon that's really interesting. You can see that the Hitmonchan, not even powered up that much, and because it has Thunder Punch, it can obviously do super effective damage with that, and we burned off the shield, so we're good there. But the other thing about it, the reason that we would go with Hitmonchan here is because this Blastoise has Bite. So obviously Blastoise could have Water Gun in that spot, but when it has Bite, you know, we're essentially following that formula, which I've spoken of. I need to speak of this a little bit more, I think, in these Team Go Rocket videos, but essentially the formula is pick a Pokemon that's going to resist mainly their fast attack, while also dealing super effective damage. So that was how to do it. Fighting, resist dark. Obviously, Bite is a dark type attack. So one thing I didn't do here that I probably could have done even more just to position ourselves a little bit better would have been to wait, you know, before we sent out our next Pokemon right here, as we just lost the Hitmonchan. It would have been just to wait until the clock got down to 1, and then we could send it out right after that. And that would essentially give you a little bit more time for that cooldown, because in the bottom right corner where the switch is, that button to switch out Pokemon, that has a cooldown obviously when you do switch. So that's what I'm referring to, is that it would actually, if you wait before you send out your Pokemon just a little bit longer than I did, that can help you. So anyway, the switch is important, certainly, you know, and we're seeing that the Galarian Stunfisk can't do this all by itself, like it could on the Cliff team, of course, but that's okay. This is the Stunfisk series, you know, we're just examining how it does, and it still does good, man, and I'm actually going to show you another battle right after this, but we'll speed it up, and that one will demonstrate how Stunfisk can do crazy amounts of damage. Well, you'll see, we won't spoil that yet. So the main issue here with this Salamence that made it even harder, which I think it would be different if the Salamence, say, had Bite, let's just give that example, but Salamence has Fire Fang, and so obviously our Galar Stunfisk right there has the Steel typing, so it is going to be weak to a Fire Fang, but regardless, with that Rock Slide, just how we did this battle under that specific set of circumstances, it did win the fight. We are going to declare that it had help from Hitmonchan. I think you could maybe do this with like a team of 3 Stunfisks, especially if they were powered up more. I'm trying to keep all of mine here. This is actually on our viewers account. I'm trying to keep them weak, as in, like, you saw that, you know, they're 1200 CP on the Unovid one, and then our Galar one is like just over 1500. So that kind of example, I guess, goes to show you that Stunfisk is crazy powerful. So now what you're going to see on screen, I think we'll speed it up, of course, is that we've got another Arlo battle, but this time it is all Stunfisk, and the difference also is going to be major in the accounts. So we were using a level 29 in that first battle. This is a level 40. It's my account instead of the viewer account, and so that obviously is going to scale up the Team Go Rocket side, meaning Arlo's Pokemon are going to be stronger going up against my account at level 40 than they are going up against a level 29 account. It's just how they work it in this game. Now notice that, of course, sending out a Stunfisk with Discharge is not going to be the best thing against Steelix. We still can fire it off like crazy. You're going to want the Muddy Water attack right here, at least to deal super effective, but even in that case, here's what happens. So this is kind of to further, I guess, investigate within the Stunfisk series, is that these Stunfisk would win this entire battle, but we're actually going to run out of time. So you're going to see when we get to that last Pokemon, which is going to be another Salamence, but this time, of course, not a Salamence with Fire Fang. It's just got Bite, and so we would win the battle. It's just that we ran out of time, and that's one thing about Muddy Water, is that, yeah, we're going to do super effective damage against the Steelix earlier, but it's obviously not super effective against the Salamence, so that might have been a time, you know, I should have switched to Rock Slide. Unfortunately, the damn balloon got away from me right here, so we couldn't actually just re-record this, but it's okay. This is the Stunfisk Stunfisk series. We're gonna get one going with Sierra, and if you guys want to see it, one with Giovanni as well. We can basically summarize that Stunfisk can absolutely do this. I nerfed mine and kept them at a lot weaker level, so if you just power them up wherever you want to power them up to, they can usually get the job done around the Great League cap or obviously higher. But going up against Blastoise is going to create a different kind of challenge, and the overall point is that Stunfisk, great budget option, is a Pokemon that can do a hell of a lot of damage and is great to use when you don't know what else you're going to use right here for these spots. So I hope you guys are ready to see what happens when we pit Stunfisk against the other leaders. Click an end screen on screen to see the battle against Cliff, and I'll catch you guys on the next vid, and thanks for viewing.